Hello to Storytime, we're glad to see you're here. Hello to Storytime, we're glad to see you're here. Welcome back! I knew you would come back. Garvey knew you would come back because you know we have lots of stories to share with you. Well, we are ready to step it up today. However, our friend Jack is not really ready. This is a story by Tony Ross called Lazy Jack. Thank you, Garvin. Way to go, buddy, old pal. Boom! Lazy Jack. Oh boy, this is going to be a fun adventure. To start off, let's just say, a sad princess sat on her castle window. She had never laughed and didn't even know how to. Her mom and dad didn't think anybody could make their daughter smile. Until one day, along came Lazy Jack. Let's start. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Jack who lived with his mother. Jack was probably the laziest in the whole world. He would just sit around while his mother did all of the work. Finally, Jack's mother couldn't take any more of his laziness. "Go out and get a job," she shouted. "Otherwise you'll get no more meals from me, and you'll have to wash your own socks too." "Okay," said Jack, and he went to work for a farmer, who paid him a shiny gold coin for 1 day's of work. On the way home, Jack had to jump over a stream, and he dropped the gold coin into the water. When he got home, of course, his mother was angry. "Dodo!" she cried. "You should have put it in your jacket pocket." "Okay," said Jack. "Next time I will." The next day, Jack went to work for a cowkeeper, who paid him with a jug of milk. Remembering his mother's advice, he poured the milk into his pocket, and he went home. "Nincompoop!" shouted his mother. "You should have carried the jug on your head." "Okay, Mother," said Jack. "Next time I will." Next, Jack went to work at a dairy. As his pay, he was given a fine cheese. Remembering his mother's advice, he put the cheese on top of his head. By the time Jack got home, it had melted into a gooey mess. "Feather-brained airhead!" screeched his mother. "You should have carried it in your arms." "Okay," said Jack. "Next time I will." Jack's next job was in a hot dog factory where he was given a cat as his pay. Remembering his mother's advice, he carried the cat home in his arms. But that cat was a nasty creature who did not like being picked up. Scratch, scratch, swipe, swipe. When Jack got home, he was scratched all over. "Bubble-headed flea brain!" yelled his mother. "You should have dragged it behind you on a string." "Okay," said Jack. "Next time I will." Well, the next day, he went to work at a bakery. The bakers were pleased with Jack's work, and they paid him not with money, but with a cake. Remembering his mother's advice, Jack dragged it home behind him on a string. nit-witted pinhead! Shouted his mother. You should have carried it on your back. Okay, said Jack, next time I will. Next, Jack went to work in a stable. When the work was finished, the owner of the stable gave Jack a donkey as his payment. Remembering his mother's advice, Jack heaved the donkey onto his back. Oh, but it was not easy. Not easy at all. And Jack staggered and staggered all the way home. On his way, he passed the castle where that sad princess, who had never laughed, was sitting. She happened to be sitting right at her window, looking out. She watched Jack stagger by with his donkey on top of his back. Oh, he looked so funny. She stared and stared and stared. Suddenly, that sad princess burst out laughing and laughing. Oh, so loud. The princess's mom and dad were so happy that they let Jack marry her. The princess was happy to have such a funny husband. Jack was happiest of all because he never had to work again. And you ain't kidding. The end. Well, I guess being lazy has its rewards. A funny story. Thank you, Garvin. Lazy Jack by Tony Ross. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for coming to Storytime. We have more funny stories like that one, so make sure you come back again, real soon. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye to Storytime, we're glad to see you came. Goodbye to Storytime, we're glad to see you came. Once again, come back real soon. Bye-bye.